Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't know how long that was going to last for, but I'm Machine, he's Henry G, and it is time for the second map of EG versus Liquid. Now, we haven't seen a best of three between these two North American giants.
In some time.
In some time. Cologne was when it happened, of course, thanks to Sean for the information, but the first map was not what we were expecting. You know, we're rubbing our hands together, Henry. We're like, this is it. Liquid, EG, best of three.
It was underwhelming, to say the least. Yeah. Considering that was the pick of EG as well, they didn't turn up. No one turned up for them at all. No one looked like they really had any conviction behind their play. It was a lot of solo plays, a lot of flanks, a lot of baits coming in and not really working out at all. The rounds they did stick together, however, and they actually just went in with the basic fundamentals. Like, okay, that looks pretty good. That's what I want to see more of. And luckily, with Dust 2 coming up, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, I just heard you say fundamentals, and I'm like, well, it's Dust 2 next. So thank God for that. If you're an EG fan, they are knifing right now, so we're going to be jumping into the action in just a moment. Expectations from the analyst desk and us alike. It does seem like everyone's converted to Team Liquid after seeing just what form they were in.
Right, as usual.
Yeah, as always. Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? So 2-0 for me, like, just knowing that EG haven't been in great form recently and Liquid have taken all this time to kind of refine their game overall and actually work all the areas they had. That's the problem. When you get to the very top of the scene, you're the one with the crosser on your back, right? Everyone's just going for you. Everyone's looking to see how you play, how they can counteract you. So they've taken some time now just to kind of bring some new ideas to the table, work out what has been countered by them, and they're looking much better. It was a great overall team effort there. Yeah,
and I think that's something that they've talked about often in interviews, of the idea of feeling like that target is on their back. I think that analogy is something that Liquid, it definitely resonated with Liquid and the individuals there. So it's something that, oh dear, I'm sorry, I'm dropping technology everywhere.
Well, you're just in time, Alex. We are live. We're going to get straight into the action here. T-side start for EG, which has been more favorable as of late. Smoke towards Xbox at the start. Doesn't look like they'll be using it, though. Just trying to take vision away from the CTs. Ideally, you want to be throwing that every single round. But Twist, he's getting the intel regardless. He's pushed offshore, making sure they can't get up there and surprise them towards the A side of the site. And in terms of utility left over, one smoke, a Molotov as well. Could be a B finish here with the dribble smoke towards the entrance of the B tunnels. But you can see Stewie lined up, looking to spam that smoke if it does come through. And he's anchoring once again. The B bomb site has been a problem for a lot of teams, especially Team Liquid. You normally find Stewie and Nitro on that side of the map. Seems to be the same setup for now, but just one player holding towards the platform.
It's to do with how quickly Stewie calls for help. And he doesn't need any help to start things off, just methodically tapping away. He had the line held, and this round has secured even Ethan helping them out. He puts a bullet into the back of Cerq. It's because he looked to retreat. And yeah, we will see Nitro convert that. So, Team Liquid, they go off to a flying start, similar to that, of course, of the first map. Both pistols won to start off both maps here in the series. We'll see what the second round response will be. Of course, no bomb plant and very few frags. Likely going to be a bit more conservative. It is Dust 2, though.
So they're waiting. Was that a decoy that exploded there? So using the smoke of the decoy. That's one of the most creative ways I've seen it used, at least. They wait for that to go off, and as soon as it does, that's when they swing. It was a cool idea. Didn't really work out for them at all, but still I liked it. And they were hoping they could maybe push City back there, then smoke it, then make the way through. It's a cool one, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very small little plume of smoke, but it does. I mean, every time it's consistent, you can time it. And backs a turn, spray is slow, and 2 frags have been found by EG. Naf looking to stabilize, and he does do a great job. Double kill. Puts it into a 2 versus 2. Breezy might have an opportunity here to catch him with the deagle. That's his teammate gone. Puts him into a 1 versus 2. And already, that is a bitter pill for him to swallow. Just on his slight investigation and an opportunity to throw a bullet through the smoke. He might be clearing this site a little more lackadaisical. And yeah, that's going to cost him. Stewie punishes.
Well, there we go. Decent effort there from EG. Managed to catch Liquid with the pants down towards long, but well recovered by Naf. He gets 2 very solid kills there. That was all that was required. Enable them to win out in the 2 versus 2 there. No problem. Deny the plant as well. Has to be the full eco going forward now. And we'll see whether they can purchase anything at all. I'm not seeing much here. PD50's a couple of smokes. Maybe smoke Xbox and then trying to get the way up towards short. Get a short plant down those 2 flashes. That's about as exciting as it gets. There's the Xbox smoke. And at this point, wait for the initial grenades.
Which you just saw. Great observing.
You got to wait, Alex, and that's why. You do have to wait.
There's the example. Gosh, that bounced off his belly. That's going to hurt. High flash from Twist. He wants to try and make good on his shortcomings in the round prior, and he's doing just that. Lovely connection and collection. Great flash as well from Naf. Gets the assist on all 3 of them. Puts Cerq into an unarmored P250 1v5. Now, if you're new to Counter-Strike, this is one of the hardest rounds to have a go at winning. But he's going to give it his best shot, of course. Does have presence on Pit as well, which he has to acknowledge. He'll be hunted down eventually, and another one for Twist. Just adding icing on the cake there as he finds his 4th in round 3.
Yeah, the dominance continues here for Team Liquid. Looking very sharp indeed. Here's the HE at the start. Like I said, when you're going for those Xbox smoke plays towards short, you do have to wait.
And it has to hit you, right, for it to actually to be one shot by a nade. He got the impact.
Was he 100 HP
yeah.
at that point? Damn. Okay. So yeah, it has to be going down your throat at that point.
It lands off him, then blows up. Essentially inside him. It's in your guts.
It has to hit him first and then land in his mouth. You're right. That's pretty insane. Well then, we get into the first gun round here. In terms of firepower, it's actually EG that had the advantage, but that didn't work out in the map prior. They actually got taken down by the SMGs, but this time 3 for Masses, which has had a buff recently. We're waiting to see whether that will shine through. 2 Kriegs, 3 AKs, no AWP on the server as of yet. Mid-control flash coming through. We see CTs play middle a lot more passively these days. That's why T's are more than happy to try and help themselves towards that part of the map. Breezy just fighting back for long control, making sure no CTs can sneak through towards the long doors. That smoke makes things a bit more complicated now, though. He might not be sure if they have positional control of the long doors.
Elijah's going to be pushed off, and he doesn't choose to swing on their flash. Instead, caught out. Doesn't have the support of Naf exactly when he hoped for, and that nade narrowly avoided by Cerq just on the drop of the stairs. That Z-axis can mess with the HEs for sure. Still, Cerq holding the line and actually catching Naf just on the tiniest of gaps. Speaking of, another one for him to work with. Won't get anything there, though. And this round is starting to be pulled away from Liquid rather consistently. Another frag elsewhere. It was Cerq onto Stewie. And now they're just playing the waiting game, and it looks like it will be rewarded. Breezy, nice work from Nitro. He gets a good frag. Twist, not done yet either. Suddenly, what was a 2 versus 5 is getting a little chaotic and getting worse. Nitro upgrades from the SMG to a Krieg. The flank catching Cerq. And this was a done round. 2 versus 5, made 2 versus 2.
Yeah, it looked like it was absolutely done, but then a bit of panic there. Solo plays towards the A site. Cerq just offering himself up for free there, but they still have decent control. Nitro, low HP coming in from the tunnels. He's got the Krieg, but he can't really fully commit to this. If they challenge him now, he's going to go down exactly like that. 2 versus 1. Twists, AK in hand. An incendiary available, but a Molotov thrown in due course as well. That'll be blocking his access from the double doors for now.
Yeah, it also enabled Ethan to cross without that information. And wow, blink and you miss it. Almost on the same tick, the round concludes with 2 kills. Still, first for EG and much quicker than that of Inferno. This will help keep things relatively stable in the economy department.
Yeah, the problem is that was like the quote-unquote bonus round from Liquid, right? They came in with FAMASes, an MP9, 1 M4, and they still brought it down to a 1 versus 1, meaning they have a very strong buy here, and if they win this round, EG will have nothing left. So this is a big one. Double AWP set up, Stewie and Nafly. Stewie will be taking this towards B, no doubt, normally holding that by himself, and we'll see if this long take works out for EG. Doesn't look good so far. Through the flames, Breezy will go. He's segregated from his teammates now, as Cerq will have to hold up with the Krieg. That confirms that at least 2 players in that position. They've got the man advantage of 5 on 4. Can fall back and focus their efforts elsewhere now. As long as they haven't got long control at the very start, it's unlikely they'll challenge for that once again. Mid seems to be the go-to plan here. EG looking for potential B split. We'll see if that works out for them. The grenade certainly does about 100 damage there towards short. Ethan and Cerq licking their wounds after that one.
Oh, Elige, what a nade. I'm sure we'll get that one in the replay because that was gorgeous. Locks them down and softens them up. There isn't any CT utility left. They are going to be walking into this one. And it's time for Naf to receive. However, quick drop, quick flick response, and a gap to exploit as well here from Nafly. He's got the double zoom, doesn't hit the shot though, and now being pressured, still more damage, chipping away at standards. He gets it! Just before death finds him, he finds Ethan, and the round concludes just as I finish piecing together that sentence.
Yeah, that was a really nice hold there from Team Liquid. Managing to get the opening pick, falling back, and it's the AWP. We saw the lack of utility from the T side. Your execution normally based on making the AWP uncomfortable, but as you noticed, there was a gap there available. He wasn't really flashed. He manages to land 2 shots, one of which was a kill as well, and it's enough to keep 3 players alive. They salvaged 2 AWPs, the Krieg. Luckily, the bomb does go down, so there's something there for EG, but not a whole lot. They had to really win that round to punish Team Liquid here. That grenade was just beautiful. Couldn't have done more damage if he tried. Really strong stuff there. Naf, that was a great shot. Then he nails that one as well. Doesn't actually get the kill, but he takes another one down with him. So 3 shots connect the AWP on the A side. Quick clean up for Nitro. Job done.
And that's actually twice Naf's been given the responsibility of you have to get difficult, high-pressure frags on that long take, and he's done it twice. First, of course, we saw him deal with on the FAMAS after his teammates got caught by a rather early aggression there. This time did it with the AWP. Speaking of, Cerq's on his. Very quiet game from him.
Yeah, and he's invested into this as well. So he's spent about 5 grand on getting the Kevlar, the AWP. His teammates will take a partial, so a lot of pressure for him to perform here. He's a player that can certainly deliver, but Haven't seen the best of him today. We'll see whether he can open things up at this point. It's going to be one of those plays where he gets a pick and then everyone just has to commit on it. You can see them actually just human shielding him right now.
Right, so it's protect the president, and the president's a sniper. Let's see how this one works out. Starting to get some control. The CT smoke could cause a fight to be given. That's what they were hoping for. Unfortunately, Henry, that's the one place where accelerating to support him, it's not quite going to work out. So a reposition towards Tons, and Nitro does seem to have a perfect corner for this one. Likely going to be checked or at least jumped across one. Not going to find a second because Cerq is doing everything he needed to with this AWP. 2 frags to him. Bomb will be safely transported across the doors. No bloodshed necessary, and a stylish retrieval of the AK to set him up.
Well, that's the kind of play we want to see from Cerq. He's got the audacity to pick up the AWP by himself, hits another shot, takes Naf down to 1 HP, but he gets that opening pick, and then they had a nice assertive plan behind that. They didn't wait. They went towards the upper tunnels and they're fully committed there. There's an argument to be made that Nitro could have maybe let a couple players past him. He actually just shot for the first one in front of him, hoping to get that big spray down, but Cerq hit the most important shot of them all.
He just tucked himself in Tons, right? He sees them running in. All he has to do is hold what essentially platform. That's all. It's the safest and most effective. Catches Nitro. Lovely, lovely round from Cerq. And of course, Team Liquid with the calls to set him up to succeed. They're actually going to take 2 AWPs into the next one. I'm not sure whether or not they'll be playing the mid round with it, but T-side Dust 2 double AWPing was, we'll see, could just be through the doors to start things off. See what choice they choose to make. But that's in a second round for Evil Genius is an important one, entirely off the back of that frag you just saw.
Yeah, you like to see that. Europe has got the aggressive nature to pick up the AWP just when it looks like you're out of money and you're going to have to take the partial buy. He saves the round single-handedly, and Cerq's got a decent spawn for long as well.
I'm feeling the confidence. You know, you talked about the momentum.
That's exactly it.
He goes from forcing into the AWP, winning the round for his team solo. Now he's got the fast spawn. Unfortunately, no one there to combat him. Actually, I say that. There's a fight being given, and between the wickets, it was Nafly, lucky to be alive.
A double AWP set up on the T side, salvaged from the previous round. So if you find it, if it's a necessity, sure, it's one of the few maps where a double AWP setup can work. We've seen plenty of teams do it this year, and it means you have to play a little bit more on the fly. Caller has a bit more pressure on him, but they can certainly make this work. Going to be entering back into a default now. Problem is no one towards upper B. They need to be cognizant of the fact that a push could be coming through, suggests they'll be operating relatively quickly.
So a similar setup to where their initial take. Ooh, interesting smokes variation, which enables Cerq to find a line. He actually took a shot towards Elite. He's willing to give it another go. This time, however, Naf is set up with his AWP on Car, could deal with them should they choose to advance. Instead, they back away.
Yeah, you saw that little gambit there was designed to get the pick towards CT spawn. It's a very common position on the defense when you're trying to shut down those mid splits, and they were just trying to find that one kill and give themselves yet another advantage, but couldn't find it, and we continue here in a 5-on-5. You can see the money's a breaking point for the CTs and Twists. He'll be towards those long doors, needs a couple of kills here, and he'll get that. Cerq will gift him the second, and now Naf, he's in a lot of trouble. That flashbang gets him, he's done for, but still manages to nail the shot. Dinks being exchanged all over the map here. 3 versus 2 with 30 seconds remaining. I'm not sure what that was about, though.
Yes, Dan's solo mission, and with 30 seconds left now, Ethan, he does have the element of what? That's so fast. Catches Naf, there's another on site, and he is going to get the info, and the adjustment, the spray's there as well. 2 HP for the 1v1. Will find the AWP. It could not have been a better weapon for the job. He's going to opt for the Molotov instead of the smoke. And now he's got to try and find that bomb plant. No nade to be thrown, and so Nitro, he only has to put 1 bullet, anything. Practically a decoy could kill him at this point, but he's going to give him the info and get it safely. Now he can just post up. Sure, you can nade me, but I've got an AWP. And you have to cross, you have to close that gap. He does manage to catch him, unfortunately, just as he descends into the box, and so just a clip. Oof. And a clip in his CZ as well. He was thinking of a spicy push from Nitro. He does come down and playing around the smoke. He gave it his best shot. And Nitro will eventually secure the fifth.
He had to pick up the kits as well. That was a difficult round to close out there. Ethan gave it absolutely everything he had. Didn't look like he stood much of a chance whatsoever. Nafly hit the shot blind. And that point, sure, there was a kill available for Ethan there, but he shouldn't have got 2. The fact he got the bomb plant and keeps him in the following round is impressive, to say the least. Twist is a challenge towards long. It was Tarek that took down Cerq in the end. Not ideal, but it does happen sometimes. And this was a great sequence for Ethan. The fact he got this close to winning the round, and Ethan had a chance in this one as well. The smoke there as well made things uncomfortable for Nitro. He knew it as well. Had to recover that kit. But they win the round. But still, it was very, very expensive. And it'll be an EG tactical timer now to work out what their financial situation is. With the bomb being planted, the loss bonus at the stages is, I think, it's at the 4th stage right now. They do have a decent buy overall, but Galils are coming out in the hands of Tarek. But there's an AWP for Cerq, and Breezy has the Krieg. So 5-2. Like I said, going into this one, the meta recently suggests this is a T-sided map just for that Krieg. So they really do need to start coming online here. They need to show us what they're made of after losing their map of Inferno.
Yeah, this is Liquid's domain. It's where they wanted to take it. And of course, a reminder of the Liquid storyline, which has been kind of the stars not shining as bright towards the end of 2019, opting to take somewhat of a break, you know, quoting burnout and stress. And I'm sure all of that absolutely is exactly where the Liquid mindset was. Because you could, you could see it, you know, dejected, burnt out, working so hard. And then having to kind of swallow the pill of long distance travel and then getting sent home on day 2. That hurts.
Yeah, it definitely does. It's not ideal.
Now, Smoke's going to arrive. That's the dribble for the setup.
Yeah, but this is where you normally find success. This is one difficult strategy to hold off. Okay, Stewie. The double spray down through the smoke with 12 points of health. And he might have a little bit more to say about this as well. There's the third. He holds this off valiantly as they try to creep through that smoke. He's having none of it, and now it's just Cerq with the AWP. He's just trying to hold on for any sort of kills available to him. They know exactly where he is. Molotov goes down, and it will catch Stewie in the end, but the job has been done. How he's pulled that one off, I couldn't tell you. And Cerq now with a lot of work to do, but Elise will shut it down before it even gets going. Impressive scenes, Alex.
Yeah, Stewie. I mean, you could see how safely he was trying to play it. He got dinked down low early and still pulls home the double kill. Let's see that again. So just going in aggressive, aims straight into that left side of the ton, catching them as they're hugging the wall on the way out. Beautiful execution. Even gets a third here. 10 HP for every single one of those.
Sorry. And it makes sense, right, to shoot towards the left-hand side because you're naturally inclined to be that side because it's the quickest access point. Check positions like car. You want to get out as quickly as possible. It's a very tight choke point, but he catches him perfectly. And Elise, he's looking to find a few kills himself. He gets in towards lower. They're heading up towards short. Twist just mauling them here with the FAMAT. He's got the smoke to hide in as well. Just finding every single player in front of him. It's a massacre towards the short position. And all we Team Liquid with the clean sweep there.
That looks so cool. The fact that he switches to his pistol, then he just kind of turns, faces into the smoke, just waiting. Like, I'm coming back out. Well, give me a second.
He had backup from Elise there as well, but it looked like he didn't need anyone whatsoever. The smoke down actually helps him out in the end. You can see the Xbox smoke there. He's like, well, I can use that if I have to. And then he gets a couple of kills here, realizes he's run out of bullets. Get ready of the USB, then just jump out once again. They're trying to knife him, all sorts going on. But it was an eco. Nothing to write home about, but still a very important round in terms of the finances going forward. 7-2 here as Stewie. He's not sure if players went up towards short there. You need to communicate that. So sure, he might not have seen anyone, but he needs to make his teammates aware towards long that they are vulnerable. And it doesn't look like they're aware of that so far. Yeah,
this could be a bit of a punishment if they continue to go with that. I'm going to call it Krieg confidence that we saw towards some of EG's games, especially in Belek. They were just running out short, just strafing across and being willing to take those fights. That's when the mojo is really flowing for them. Still, of course, great deal of respect given to Liquid in this one. Only a smattering of utility for them to finish off this take. 70 seconds are still on the clock, and one of those flashes has gone absolutely nowhere. Now, a close line and a great shot. Breezy's gone. He has the support as well of Twists. Liquid, a two-man hold here, and it's working out wonderfully so far. 2 shots from Naf connecting. Now it's Twist's turn, and we'll be beheaded by Ethan.
Well, there it is. You can see that star potential at Ethan's shining through right now. They've got A control, stand towards short, 2 players towards long, but still need to get the bomb towards the site here. Thrown across, not the strongest of arms, I'm afraid, and that will be just absolute bait for the CTs at this point. They can just watch that position. They'll still continue to control the bomb. 1 versus 1, though. Cerq, last player remaining, does win the round, though. A little bit scrappy towards the end. Bit of panic as the bomb lands in no man's land here, but overall, well held. It's going to be 7-3.
Stewie had a shooting gallery for the first 2. I mean, the fact is he's just going out every single time CTs are staring down. Let's see that again from Naf. I love that second shot. Re-aggressing, knows that Twist is in a bit of a tight spot if he goes down. Just wants to take another one with him. But this is the shooting gallery I'm talking about. Just no one's looking at him. No one's putting bullets in his direction. And finally, it was Cerq with a nice quick scope and then a nice crack.
Money a breaking point for both teams here. UMP on the T side, really not what you want to be. Like that's the opposite, really, of an ideal setup on the T side. We'll see if they can make it work. That's in the hands of Stan for now. That all positioning has been brutal for them. It's a collapse once again as Nafly gets 3 kills in total. That's unbelievable.
So neat and tidy. Quick succession. No worries. He didn't look like he had a sweat on his brow.
Yeah, most AWPers would get those first 2 kills thinking that's enough. I'm going to fall back here, take the advantage, but not Naf. He gets 3. Every shot connects there, and he'll be looking for a bit more, I'm sure. Stanislaw and Breezy. with the less out of the rifles to try and pull this one back. Naf will get his
ace.
fourth on for the ace as Stanislaw cowers in the corner right now, just trying to avoid Naf if possible. And it's a very, very clean round there as Liquid continue their dominance here in this best of 3. 2-0 just looks like it's got ridden all over the walls.
Generic question time.
Yeah, go for it.
How much of this is Liquid truly looking like a rejuvenated squad, and how much of this is the two ends of the EG spectrum?
I would say this is the latter.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Liquid are playing a great game. This is them like peaking right now, but it's not like they're in god mode. They're not doing anything unbelievable.
Yeah.
No one's winning a 1 versus 3. They're not finding all the opening picks with no response. That was just pretty underwhelming from EG. The fact that Naf's not flashed in that position, like he can get away with 3 kills there and not be traded out with an AWP. Sure, it was great from him, but shouldn't be that calculated. Shouldn't look so comfortable.
And look how comfortable they are, just going for these aggressive pushes. So I acknowledge, okay, no Kevlar vest for this one, and they're going to be cognizant of that, but so ready and willing to bring the fight to EG.
That is setting the tone of battle going forward as well. The fact they've had 2 very aggressive rounds now, you can almost bet that EG are going to adapt. They're going to go back in the default. So let's wait for them to push us. And then at that point, you've already held right back.
For 40 seconds, you've quote-unquote held them.
Yeah, you've got a double orb set up, ready and waiting, running that clock down. It's probably going to be a mid-split coming up. That's the go-to strat when things start going wrong. It's probably going to be a mid-split next in the following gun round. And you're just ready for that. You just get set up on that side of the map. But that's normally the weaker side, is the B area. So for now, in this round at least, the objective, just get the bomb down if possible. We always talk about Cerq being the best point of access. You can get a couple of smokes in, flash over. Normally an AWP waiting for you. You can maybe get 1 kill. Sometimes not even that and get a plant out of it. So we'll see if Elise can hold them off.
Good smoke actually for the CT side. Another one to force the AWPer off. They descend. Good use of their utility, but they still have to deal with the rifles. Breezy has with 1. Naf handling it. No worries for Liquid, as that will be a conclusion for what was an eco from EG.
And the big problem as well, we talk about that dribble smoke towards B being a very viable strategy, which it is, but when you've had such disastrous results in the approaches you've had to that side of the map, it's difficult to call it again. Knowing that Stewie has got 3 kills through a smoke with 12 HP, no one wants to try that again for the rest of the half. They'll be like, you know what, that didn't work, let's stay away from that.
Right.
But I would say a mid-split would be their go-to now, or an A execution, something just to kind of shut down this AWP prowess of Naf, which has looked so good. Long take initially, they've tried this plenty of times. This time getting a little bit further, but taking so much damage. You can see the utilization of Liquid is perfect. Doing so much damage here. This is absolute nightmare.
It's working well for them so far. Stan, however, does not get too dissuaded by his low HP and actually continuing to advance for a frag. Cerq, good spray control. Long range keeps things level. So 2 versus 2. So much time, though, and the bomb will be the responsibility of Cerq. Just to his left, loose. Liege can tuck in on that corner. However, with Cerq already finding a frag there, I'm not sure if he's going to expect Liege there.
Well, a must-win round, I would say, but Liege's position, it's scary to say the least. Like, he's not even got his cross in the right position. For Cerq to cross over, that might cost him now. Tucks himself further in towards the car. Both players standing still. Bit of a stalemate right now.
It is. However, I mean, there is a moving part. It's Breezy coming up the back, joining Cerq in this long presence. So they'll get the bomb picked up. 45 seconds. There truly is no rush for this one. And Unleash now gets the information. It wasn't called, and Cerq trades. That can be the bomb retrieval. A smoke as well for the cross. It's all working out so far. Nitro will have an opportunity here, and actually Cerq choosing to re-aggress. It's still a little scary. Squeaky bomb time, but bomb can go down. Kit for Nitro. He can play around with the idea, flirt with the idea of taking his time, and Cerq above the smoke. It's a horrible way to go.
Yeah, he didn't get his angles right there. Sure, he had a Molotov down, but he sit deep enough in spawn, you can still have full vision. Jumping across there, especially at low HP, that wasn't the call. That just wasn't the play. Like, you've got the advantage of knowing he's got to get up the A ramp. You can toy with him. You can run that bomb down. He's got to defuse it, but try to get down towards long, knowing he had a decent plan there. He was just trying to try and play from the pit, I assume.
Yeah.
That's what that plan suggests. He was trying to get to the pit. Maybe he has a chance there, but Nitro, very aware of it. I like the idea of readdressing the situation towards CD spawn, because he's going to assume you've crossed over, right? So maybe you can get a quick headshot while he's knifing out, but gonna wake up pretty early in the morning to catch Nitro out. Same story for Naf as well. I think he had another 3 kills. How has he got that second?
How did he get either of those? I don't even know. Secondary AWP, God. You'll see the 1v1 from Cerq. I think actually Nitro with the spray, even questioning it in the same way we are, just saying, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's a nasty way to go down.
Well, they got the bomb planted with the maximum loss bonus. They'll continue to be able to buy here. Cerq with no helmet could be a problem against these M4s. Like I said, mid-split, normally the go-to strat when everything goes wrong. They've got the bomb towards middle right now. Stannis still looking for any opportunities but nothing arising right now. Cerq, he has been good at finding those openings. They've only got 3 rounds on the board so far, Alex. Remember, one of those was an eco victory without a single AWP picked up. Has the bomb just go down? It has as well. So things get from bad to worse. When your in-game leader dies early on, everyone gets a bit worried. Not the best place to be in.
It's certainly not enjoyable. I mean, Elige, he's just stood his ground on that spray. Both of them did. Playing a game of chicken, both battered and bruised, stand just a little worse for wear. Elige still heart beating, 5 points of health for him.
Yeah. Well, 1 player towards tunnels, 3 towards middle, like I said. These B splits,
here it comes.
It's a go-to, the safety net, and one of the few weaknesses Liquid has on this map is that B bomb site, like most teams, is vulnerable. So the Kriegs and the utility making their way through, but with 50 seconds remaining, CT's doing a good job at just eradicating risks right now. They smoke the doors themselves just to kind of make sure, funnel them through the window.
I am interested that no one's moved from the A site. I say that now, a bit of a long push coming in, I can see on the minimap, as they're going to try and push for information so they can support. Eventually, Stewie is one of the men on that site. Tucked in on the corner is Naf as well in support. Gets the first, looking for a fresh weapon, and does have an AK, but now the frags start to come in, and all favoring EG. The site is theirs. A third frag from Cerq on the extremities, and crossing back, oof, could have been a way in. Instead, now does seem to be that Naf wants to get a way out and save that weapon for the final.
Well, there you go. The B-bomb site's the place to go. Seems to work out more often than not. Nice split coming through there, good trades, and 3 players surviving by looks of things as well. Should be plenty of cash on the CT side. I'd say should with bated breath. They're going to have to save these weapons just to guarantee a full buy here. But it will be 10-4 EG with the B split after losing that first pick as well. But the key fact was that Elige went down to 5 points of health. And at that point, going for the B split, he's not going to be able to retake. And it's such a difficult bomb site to even get control of once the bomb's planted anyway. So once that was down, they felt comfortable. I think they knew they had the round in the bag. Bomb goes off, 3 do survive. They've got the all for Cerq as well, so should be looking pretty good for the final round here. As we said, there will be some compromise into the next one. They're going to have to definitely drop a weapon or 2. As we see a FAMAS come through. And an M4 as well. So they haven't had to eco at all in this series so far, just to note that. Right?
That is a very good point.
They haven't ecoed once.
Not a single eco from Team Liquid.
And that's 3 halves of play now.
Wow, yeah. Jeez Louise. And this, as you can see, is Counter-Strike. A different face from what you may be used to if you haven't been watching 2019. And it's twists and turns. So many more to come in 2020, though.
Yeah, that's when we really get going as CSGO, I think.
I reckon.
Be the first chapter.
Yeah, I've got a feeling. 2020, man.
It's going to be a big one.
It's going to be funky.
For now, though, EG, decent control towards short the start, but bear in mind the bomb's outside B tunnels for now. So this will be a very slow approach. It won't be doing anything too quickly here. Just trying to take vision away from the CTs, confirm no one's pushing up an AWP. Had a lot of nonsense towards short they haven't been able to deal with, but so far so good. Elige just probing towards those mid doors, but fended off by the Molotov and a shot apparently. He'll go down to 23.
Yeah, well, Cerq does land quite the ridiculous damage into Elige on the cross back, so that's some sort of advantage. Let's see if it bears any fruit. 4-1 split for the T's, just leaving 1 responsible for the long aggression, and now the nades start flying in. For both sides, in fact. The flash to slow them down. There's more where that came from. Naf will be posting himself up on the peak. Here it comes. Nitro does go down immediately, and that's actually going to bode very well, especially when the spray only finds 1. All on then to the close quarters AWPing of Naf, and that's not quite going to land. Twist far away and unable to make too much of an impact. He is actually tickling Cerq through that box, but he has the bigger gun.
Certainly does. Stewie2K can do nothing with this one. It's the last round of the half. Got the AWP. Just going to be padding stats at this point. He'll get 1, but that's about it. Not the most disastrous half for EG, all things considered. Managed to get both those rounds towards the end. Starting to come online now. Starting to see some of those clutches come through. And Cerq looking deadly with the AWP. This is the pick of Liquid. And EG are currently 1 map down. Can they pull this back? You're going to have to find out after this break.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it?
Oh,
Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Greetings, 10-5 is the score on our second map. Dust 2. Team Liquid are looking fantastic here in Arlington. I'm Machine, I'm joined by Henry G, and we're into our second half of our second map. Let's see if Evil Geniuses have got anything left to show for it. A kit and 2 flashes for Ether, so no Kev for one of the CTs. Let's see what the Team Liquid boys have got in store for us on the pistol.
Yeah, EG yet to pick up a single pistol this series, Alex. It's really not looking too good in that department, but if they win this one, they've got a decent chance of pulling this map back. They picked it for a reason. Not the best result in their first half, but here's Cerq. USB in hand, looking to cause damage here, and he's done a great job. First headshot is his, and the second is Breezy's. It looks like this B push has been shut down completely here. The flashbangs are coming through now. It looks very, very good for EG, I have to say. Cerq just needs to try and stay alive. Doesn't necessarily have to challenge this one. Wait for the teammates to come through and they'll be able to take care of him in due course.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing his very best. Finally does find Naf, who was desperately trying to keep himself alive so Nitro could arrive. Well, he has managed that. And 2 frags to Nitro, but at a heavy cost, down to just 8 points of health. There's nothing he can do with this. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, even just 1 kill now would be a success in its own right. That would be $300 extra. There is an opportunity for that. Breezy's the low player on towards that platform. That's $300 ready and waiting for the taking. And he goes, though, but the bullets will take him down any second. There it is. It is going to be a much-needed pistol round there for EG. A pretty standard B approach there, hoping to beat any sort of utility, HEs, smokes. Probably not incendiary, but Cerq was there, and he manages to hit one magnificent shot from the platform. Breezy steals away the second at that point. It was just a matter of time before they closed it out.
Yeah, I really like the angle actually Cerq adopted. It's going to catch just that the spearhead of the assault, but with a very easy exit strategy.
Exactly that. So you can just get one, give a good call, hopefully find a frag, and at that point you're well off to the races, Alex.
It's certainly not, it feels relatively, what's the word? But the opposite of a risk? Safe. That's the word.
Safe, yeah.
It's safe, and you can get that information otherwise rather dangerously. Let's see. Stewie jumping for information himself and actually eating a whole lot of FAMAS bullets. Down to 23, just a full Glock eco outside of those 2 flashbangs.
Yeah, they're going to be buying up next round. So objective here, get the bomb down if possible. We've always talked about it. Up towards short, a couple of flashes over, trade out 1 kill, even with Glocks, that's possible. Plant for short, and you're not going to win the round, but if you get that plant down, that's good as. That's all you're really hoping to do.
So perhaps that double flash thrown over on the A site, all swarming in and desperately hoping to get those digits punched.
And then right now they can wait. They want to bleed out utility if it's there on the other side. Show it a presence, sure. See if you can bait us some grenades. So run boost across CT spawn, and I guess the window, just to try and get some information here, but unfortunately it's going to be Stewie go down. He was low HP anyway, so that's fine. As they go out towards shore, this is what we expected eventually. You need 1 kill to trade this out and get that bomb planted. Can they get it? Doesn't look good. It's going to be a clean finish from Cerq there with the USP, and that's a player you want getting the kills as well. The sniper, he needs as much money as going forward as possible, and for now he'll have the scouts, a couple of FAMASs as well, but it's not like the similar scenes to Inferno where they were like 13-3 down.
No, we're going to have some resistance now, and I think winning their first pistol round is certainly going to have something to do with it. Let's see if Liquid have to take their first eco. That was their first eco.
It was their
first
first
eco. Wow, we're getting a lot of firsts.
That's it. You're absolutely right. I forgot about that. Okay then, scout to challenge and actually successfully do so. That's going to be Naf down to 58 points of health.
Look at him.
Down,
that's
Cerq.
so aggressive. Swings right, finds the head of Stewie, and what he was assuming he was safe. He's like, no one's mad enough to push out of those doors, but Cerq certainly is.
That wasn't even the player he tagged as well. He hits Naf and then takes the head off Stewie.
Oh.
That's a lovely little play from Cerq. They've got a huge advantage now.
There's going to be a whole lot of players in matchmaking going for that opening gambit, and I apologize to all of you profusely. Cerq's got 19 frags, and everyone else has yet to break double digits. He's been doing everything he can. That new mouse, perhaps, working wonders for him. He's going to start getting copies for his teammates. 70 seconds, and short control gathered. Just a scout, remember. And he hears the legs crunch. Cerq will be able to convey the information. Actually push through the smoke. Traded out. Twist and Liege doing great work, and they're not done yet. Another frag, this time from Naf. Liege is eating bullets through the smoke, though, and unfortunately that does mean that there's going to be eyes towards Stan's location, but the crawl pays off. Stops Naf with a long plant. And the player playing long is the one that got caught through the smoke. It's a lead. One bullet would do from the FAMAS, but a very hard shot to hit.
Yeah, now it's a real problem now, because sure, if they get this kill on Nitro, they have to deal with the long position as well, and that plant, that was worth it. So now it's a really difficult situation for Elise, but they haven't got a smoke. He just needs to wait for the diffuser here. They're going to try and hunt him down. They've done a good job there. That was looking problematic, and they managed to nail the shot. Had they lost that first player interaction, hands down, Elise wins the round. It's such a strong position to be in, but they were calm about it. They didn't panic at all, made sure they had one player focusing on the bomb, one pushing down as well. It's the most important factor. They were both sat on the side, ducking and weaving. It could have fallen apart. And I like the long plan attempt there. Nafly didn't necessarily do anything wrong, but he definitely could have gone for a safer plan and been fine. There was a dink there from Stan as he jumped up. My goodness.
Yep, just to add salt to the wound. Not only did Liege get caught through the smoke, you get jumped and tagged, then you get pushed from that short player. And so into the round we go, round 19. Cerq still considering some early info peaks towards middle. It's actually an exchange between him and Naf, but as the molly arrives, it will slow down the Tun's exit from here. Twist and Liege with their pistols. And some Kevlar as well for Twist. He's really treating himself right. Bucket loads of utility from EG to keep this push at bay. Very interested to know how much damage can be dealt with a buy like this from Liquid. They've got 3 sets of armor. And this is a must-win for EG. Let's not forget a third map waiting in the wings should they weather the storm of Dust 2.
Yeah, Mirage. It's looking likely that could happen at this point. With the B split coming in once again. Flashes over, Ethan's ready for it. Smoke's already down to give him cover. Should be no problem at all here for EG. First frag is theirs, and the second. Stanislaw had a really strong performance in the last couple of rounds here, but he's got a couple more kills to find, and he's in a great position to do so. But it's the CZ coming out on top here. Cerq, he's actually isolated from the bomb site. I've so enabled a plan in the 3 versus 3. Got a couple of rifles as well, Alex. In terms of utility, just an HE and a scout. That's not bad to watch the tunnels, you know. This could actually work out for Liquid.
It does look very, very good, and with a very shoddy buy, they've managed to make a great round out of this. But what he could see, just a tiny pixel of Stewie's bottom. Now swinging in, gets the info on the rifle. It will be Nitro on that bricks, and playing close is Stewie. It's going to be so tough. Quick adjustment, looking for the second damage dealt. Cerq low, it gives a chance for Nitro, and he does convert what Stewie started. Now the 1v1, dancing on the bricks. It's an AWP, and he knows the time's on his side. Still pressure on Cerq. No kit in his back pocket either. He's going to be surely retreating out of this one, playing the waiting game, and Nitro wins the round without having to fire the final bullet, hunting him down now like a bloodhound, and it will be the bomb radius to finish things off and not let that AWP be saved. What a round that was.
That's so smart from Nitro as well. He knows he's been painted into a corner there, but if he just stays alive long enough, he can actually win the round there. He takes down the most important player, pushing for the doors, and then look at the floor. You can't be seen, and you can see Cerq was waiting for a mistake, desperate for an opportunity, but denied absolutely everything there. That's the moment there. That's when he wins a round. Like you mentioned, no kit. He knows that as well. That's so massive. And of course, it's the partial buy that yields success towards that B-bomb site. They're going for a long take right now. There'll be 2 players there. Breezy and Cerq trying to defend the long push here, but first player goes down. Luckily, I think he only had a pistol. And now, long control granted. Cerq has got the AWP, but he needs to react right now. What's the play going to be? Pushing towards B tunnels is pretty much the only solution to this problem.
Yeah, they'll be able to convey that information, maybe even push towards the T spawn, make things awkward there. Saying that, it is Stewie2K, who's currently very much aware that that is a possibility and that the CTs could very well be dug in towards Ton. Cerq, however, actually deploying a smoke. That's going to keep them guessing.
Well, it confirms they have B tunnels control at least, so Stewie can use that information. They're just going to drop that smoke, though, in his fallback. So suggesting they've got tunnels and it's leaving B completely open. That's a nice way to funnel them towards A. I dare say it's going to work as well. So smart moves here from EG. One smoke could be absolutely everything here. Ethan confirms that they are heading towards A at this stage. Smokes have been deployed. Incendiary to follow.
Is there a gap for Tarek to play around? There is. Not going to be pushing off them. But still, definitely funnel, just as you predicted.
Just a note as well, Stewie did go through B tunnels. He's confirmed that area is clear.
And that could indicate a little more hesitance from Team Liquid. But with 38 seconds left and 4 players invested long, they are going to start their advance. Battle for Stan not going to be won out by him. Instead, Stewie drawing blood. 5 members of Liquid continue their advance now, and it is going to be brutal. First frag in favor, this time of Team Liquid, continuing to extend it. Now just Cerq and Tarek. This round looks damn good. 12 on the cards, and just Cerq still alive, going to keep hold of his AWP. And so Liquid closing in on that 2-0.
Yeah, I really like that from Team Liquid. Sure, they lost control of the B side of the map, and instead of panicking, saying they've got tunnels, let's leave it, Stewie confirmed everything was clear here. They might have stacked towards A. You can continue to apply your pressure. He gets a key shot towards short as well, and at that point, that's when they can fully commit, knowing there's not as much manpower on that side of the map. And Cerq was actually the one who was towards middle, so he couldn't be anything to do with that duel whatsoever. And at this point, just had to save the orb. Now, I dare say you'd probably push him at this stage, knowing he's saved the AWP, but he's going to nail this first shot. They probably know it as well. That's why they're trying to stick together. Misses it, now he'll be going down. So that's going to be gutting for EG going forward. Their money has been absolutely rinsed. They'll have not a lot at all to work with the next round. I think they're hovering around $1,900, Alex. That's second stage loss bonus, and at this stage, you might as well take the E because you're going to get 2,400 on top of the next one. So
even then, 2,400, 1,900.
Yeah, it's one of those really difficult situations where you're just like, okay, is it even worth us investing into this round? So we're 2,400 next round, but you could also go for a full investment here. Looks like they're going to go for the former. So USPs, 4 players looking to cross the mid doors there, just trying to hope that no one was looking at it. Nitro will not commit to this. He's just going to flash off, try and keep them on that side of the map. Bomb's going towards long. They've got 1 player to deal with, and that'll be Stanislaw.
Yeah, I mean, the chances of him getting a kill here, well, clearly high, because he's done it. Shuts down Twist before the trade could come in, and now another dink, this time Nitro. Chip down to 37. I'm giggling because this shouldn't really make too much of a difference, but now the CT frags are coming in, 2 of them to be specific. Stewie in response as he's panicking. He's got all 5, an ace from Stewie2K. But my God, did things start to spiral just a little bit? A flurry of frags, 2 of them from USPs.
That was big. What a great pounce that was from the CT side. It looked like they stood no chance there. They actually should have won that round. Not because they did anything wrong, because Stewie just actually had to pull out all the stops at that point as well. They had him. It was done. If they got 1 more kill in that situation, I dare say they win the round. Great effort on their full eco. Made things very uncomfortable indeed. It's going to be 13-8 now. Looking for that 2-0, Team Liquid certainly have turned up today, Alex. You can't argue with that. We did see a lot of Cerq in that first half. Need to continue that if they're going to stand a chance of pulling this one back now. It's going to be 3 rounds against them, 13-8. So, M4's brought out. 1 silenced, 1 in the hands of Stanislaw. No orbs available on either side, but 5 Kriegs for the terrorists. You always love to see that.
Yeah, but it's cost them a whole lot more. I mean, what is it, extra 300 now? 250?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be dissuading many people, though. Like, I don't think it was quite enough. Like, sure, on the rounds, you won't see as many on the second round falls by, for example, but overall, it's not like the Krieg's going anywhere. As we go to that long take, it's been removed a couple of times. Yeah.
Look how many CTs are there. That's on a buy round, no less. They send 4. And it works out wonderfully. A double kill, starting things off with a 5 versus 3. That is dream territory for EG. They need this 9th. Especially convert off of what they've already created. Now moving as somewhat of a pack is Ethan and Tarek. Will he get the double? Actually, Alicia's got an opportunity to do so. Gets the first and is enabled to back away as Tarek will actually meet Twist's Krieg. He was holding the line, baited nicely. Now this is looking like a very good round for Liquid as they're looking to turn it on its head. Advantage now to the T's. Looking to change that is Stan, and great angle onto Twist. That's the bomb dropped, and he's not stopped. Instead, another head gone. Down to Nitro in a 1 versus 3. Makes it a 1v1 in the blink of an eye. Can he get the bomb? Can he scarp? No, he has to adjust! And Cerq, of course it's Cerq. His 21st frag as he continues to keep EG kicking.
That was as close as you like. How Nitro got that second kill, I'll never know. But still, he gave that one decent effort there. Fantastic work. It looked like Liquid out of the round. They lost that initial long take, a 5 versus 3. And Stanislaw, he had to pull all the stops here. Great awareness. And looked like the round was confirmed. That's a 1 versus 3 situation. First kill comes through. I couldn't really tell you why they're swinging on him so hard at that point. But Cerq had to come through and save the day. Initial shot connects. That's Ethan down to 23. He'll be limping in towards that B bomb site now. But 3 for masses. No AWP recovered. And if you lose this round, you're pretty much done for. EG will have no resources to take into round number 24.
Yeah, this is it. And what's the plan for Team Liquid in order to secure the 14th and secure one of the more important rounds here on their T campaign? They'll hear the flash from the CTs, knowing that they're vying for short control in some capacity. Elige does respect that, gives him a bit of a hold until Stewie could set himself up in lower. Quite an aggressive stance from EG. They've got stand towards doors as well. They can pounce and pincer, and this... Oh, he wasn't ready for Stu holding the line, and now here come the frags. It's a double in favor of Liquid. Twists the man behind the frag, but that's the bomb. A big shot into the head of Stewie now enables this completely, once again, to turn on its head. I think Nitro might have an eye line. He will. No Cerq is stuck around, but he's not going to be ready for Ethan's push here. Or he is. And now just a 1 versus 2 for Cerq. He's got to find the head. He's running out of bullets. Down to the USP, but Nitro's low. Now the 1v1. Desperately looks to find cover, but it's not what he was hoping for. Oh! For a second, he has maybe 1 bullet before he goes down. Didn't quite manage to click it. And that's 14 then to 9. You said how important that one was. It looks like a guaranteed 15th now, and so many match points ahead for Liquid.
Cerq can't do it all. He's the only one that's looking like a world-class player right now. Everyone's relatively quiet on the EG side. He's doing absolutely everything he can. That new mouse, it seemed to have come online, Alex. It seems like it's working at this point. Stay with those settings. But unfortunately, as you said, it's going to have to be full eco. Now, they did make things uncomfortable before, but unless you win the round, doesn't really have a massive knock-on effect in this sort of situation. You're looking to deny series point now. 24 kills for Cerq. Ethan, one of the big names of EG. 8 frags. Tarek just with 10. Breezy, another massive member of the squad. He'll just be at 8 as well. Damage inflicted on all sides of the map here. The first 2 kills for Liquid, as to be expected. Just USPs here. All 3 reside towards the A site here. Even if Elige goes down, shouldn't have too much of a knock-on effect. Does damage, decides to fall back. Good choice. Yeah,
that dink sound, it is a daunting one, and it's going to be sending Elige out of that one. Instead, just let Twists do all the heavy lifting as Tarek decides better of taking that fight. But Team Liquid now, I mean, if they pick this one up, they get that day off that Freya was talking about. That is, it's a luxury. You get to go have a day to practice, to analyze, and to review.
I thought coming to Texas, the sun would be out.
Honestly, it's actually very surprising to me.
It's kind of like London right now. It's grey, it's miserable, it's kind of very cold. I just came from Orlando as well, where the sun was shining.
Everyone was happy.
Everyone was happy, you know. But yeah, enjoy the day off, guys.
Enjoy the day off. You can go to Six Flags and take a towel maybe to wipe down the seats.
Put the Mac on, you know.
Mac on. Oh, well, let's see if Liquid can secure that day off. They have got plenty of opportunities to do it. 6 to be precise, I can count. And do basic subtraction and addition. UK educational system. I am a star of that educational system, of course. Mediocrity. 10 Bs and a C, my GCSEs.
10 Bs?
10 whole Bs.
Bad.
Yeah. I can nearly make a hive.
I got like 2 A's. A few Bs, a couple of Cs, a couple of Gs thrown in there. I didn't even know that was possible.
Henry
a couple of Gs thrown in there.
I see. Okay. I see where the name came from.
My French skills are not... I can't even think of a sentence.
Non-bon.
That's how bad. I didn't go to most of the lessons. I won't lie to you. It wasn't my favourite languages.
But English, you talk for a living, so I guess something worked out.
Something worked out there. But for now, Alex, we could have the last round.
That's exactly
in our midst.
My thought process too. With 50 seconds, Liquid are starting to coordinate an assault. Will this be the final round? It does look like a mid to B finish, given Naf's presence. Excuse me, Nitro is at the 1 in tons. Bomb on the back of Naf, and now it is looking to be scooped back up. A great shot from Cerq, and aggression from Ethan punished. Not ready for the second as well. The trade comes in from Twist, puts us back into 3-3. They won't be able to get that bomb in. It's still loose. And with 20 seconds left, they've got eyeline on it from Tarek. Oh no, but he crouched. And now they've got to pick it up. He had his opportunity, and now Twists. They're going to be playing after plant on one of the best bomb sites to make this 2v3 a reality.
Well, the AWP shot connects at least. Nitro down to 43 will give them a fighting chance. Obviously, they have to go for this one. And it's a 3 versus 2. No utility left on the T side. And we've got the CTs ready and waiting. Or flashbangs, Molotovs. They're going to go in from the same positions here towards the double doors and the window. Good Molotov to get them out of position as well. But Twist, he'll nail the first shot, but surely that's the round.
It should be. But a quick shot from Nitro. I thought we were about to have a repeat from the very same spot with the very same player and the very same 1 versus 2. But no, it's Cerq to save the day. I feel like a broken record here for EG round wins. It's Cerq almost always still with his heart beating. 15 now to 10. That's the first of 6 match points to defend.
Well, that makes a lot of sense, though. The fact you want your AWP going in last, that's the way you want it to go down, right? Hit your teammates to get the information, get those calls going. That was a very interesting moment. The Tarek ducked the moment they grabbed the bomb there, so that certainly slowed things down, but they win the round. So no harm, no foul in that respect, but this is going to be another agonizing one for them. 3 for masses. That saved AWP. Money is just not there for them. They are the walking wounded right now as they go into the next round here. Still 1 round away from defeat here. A clean 2-0 for Liquid. Still looking likely this would be a great time to finish things off, but time will tell. A difficult round overall with the 3 for masses. We're still waiting to see how effective that weapon can be. Tarek in the wrong position to actually take multiple players down here, but he manages to make it work. 2.5 actually. Down to 43 is Twists.
Yeah, Breezy wants to go aggressive and now instead has put himself on the chopping block. Cerq considering something similar, and I think he thinks better of it. Wise instead will tuck around the corner. Perfect opportunity to back away. High flash, that's not going to slow them down, and he's kind of solo in this mission at the moment. Instead, he's going to have to respect it, and now regrouping. Ethan alongside him. They might use that smoke as well to push through and emerge. They will. Hard shot to hit, but does so. Can't convert the second. Instead, Elige on ramp standing. 2 versus 2. Liquid 2 frags away from winning the series. And now they look for the double push. Maybe even a boost. They're flirting with the idea. Yep, stands looking for the coordination. No, they're not. A missed shot, though, so we can be pushed on 2 missed shots. It's all onto Elige, and he won't be able to do it. Another retake for EG, and they do find 2 back-to-back. Now it's only going to get more difficult. 2 AWP saved, Henry.
2 AWP saved. They're back in the game, that's for sure. I can't believe Stu went for the quick scope there. That one was on a play for him. He hits that shot, it's round over, but as soon as he commits to that quick scope, they're going to take him down. They're going to trade him out, no problem whatsoever. And still, EG continue here. Bomb planted. We'll see if there's a buy available for Liquid. I don't even think they have enough. They're going to have to take a partial buy here at the top end with around $3,000 per player. Round 27 coming in, and EG need all 4 to take us to overtime here. Odds aren't looking great.
Yeah, no, they certainly aren't. Latest map 2 odds for you there by Pinnacle. This one at least should feel a little easier than the 2 prior. It's hard to attack on Dust 2 with these Desert Eagles, unless, of course, that aggression from EG continues, because they were giving them a couple of opportunities, a couple of early fights. And with the amount of individual skill in this server, I'm never one to write out a pistol buy. One of the new P250s there. Henry, what's your aesthetical review? Do you see it?
I haven't really looked at the new skins just yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's
how are they making you feel?
This P250, I think, just looks like kind of cat vomit.
It seemed like it was a bit much, this latest operation.
There's a sexy rifle or 2, but it is very vibrant.
I like the classic knives. That was cool.
That was nice, yeah. Except I feel like it has to be classic. I've seen fades and I'm like,
I know. I would never do that. But here we go then. It's going to be a pretty comfortable hold towards long from the CTs. Breezy might go down with the USB in hand here, but he holds it well. And the Cerq surely going to do the same thing as well. He hasn't missed many shots in Dust 2 so far. It's his 26th rag. And now we're getting to the dangerous point for Team Liquid. Just 3 rounds in a row now required to take us to overtime. It's starting to look a bit more possible now. The fact they have actual rifles, they have a double AWP setup. It's going to be very difficult to break them down at this stage, and Liquid know it.
What are the odds that this ends with a Liquid B push?
Very likely, to be honest with you. That's the way most games seem to finish, either a mid-split or a B push, and it's easy to make that work. Is that just a Glock for Nitro?
Seems that way.
I guess he's given his weapon to Stewie at the start, and they're going to swap back.
I know, there was a Galil lying around. He's finally found it. Perhaps he had other duties to attend to start things off. But this double AWP from EG, it's certainly been working well as they were pressed against the ropes at 15-9. So far, 3 in a row. Let's see if they can string together 4 in this battle for survival. Let's not forget a map down as well. The series hangs in the balance every single round of play here. Early spread, early default, not too much to write home about. But the lion's share of this assault is going to be arriving on short. That's Ethan's domain. This double orb, it's typically Ethan who rocks it. And he's going to have company shortly. Stewie's going to be...
Got to flash this.
Yeah, I was going to say, I assume flashed in by his teammate Twists. Ooh, I think a Molotov was enough. Forces the smoke and the reposition.
Well, they've pushed him off at least. He fired off a shot as well, so they can confirm there's an A side orb. That's smoke designed to take their vision away.
Perfect timing as well as the utility exchange and bullets exchange, actually. It's Stewie to draw blood. Quick response, though. Breezy catching Elige as he battled for some early control in middle. Bees. It is wide open. And actually, there's an investigation on its way there. In the meantime, though, a double kill from Tarek. He's looking for more, and the flash is so damn good. So many multi-kills, it could be another. Catches a glimpse of Naf and Tarek. He finishes it with style. The big green and a big round. 15 now to 13 as they continue to string together defensive rounds.
He just got in the zone there. He could feel it as well. If he got his first 2 kills, he's like, you know what? Screw the advantage. I'm taking matters into my own hands here. Managed to get his 3rd kill as well from the flash from his teammate. Great communication. He then spots the last player, nails the shot on Naf. Absolutely eviscerates him towards short there. And we go 15 to 13. I dare say another partial buy is on the cards here because at this stage, what, they're going to get a 3-save loss bonus? Yeah, exactly that. So they're going to have to take Deagle armor once again and wait for round number 30 to try and close things out. Damn.
Damn, indeed.
You haven't seen one of those from Tarek in a while.
That is so far. I've never seen it, the odds change that quickly.
Yeah.
2 rounds have passed. It went from 15 to 5.
I hope you got your bets in early.
Yeah, I hope you acted quickly. We'll see if they can finish this one off. It does look like we're going to go to the full 30 rounds, though.
Yeah.
At the bare minimum. It seems that T-side bias for Dust 2 doesn't seem to be the case when these 2 teams meet. Strong defenses and understanding of their opponent's T-side habits. It does seem like we've lost game sound, or at least I have. And we're back in the business, so no stress.
Yeah. Barely even a partial by this one. You can see they just got pistols. An execution is on the cards here. They'll take a little bit of damage there from the incendiary at the start, but no big deal. They need to be vulnerable, or be careful of the fact they're vulnerable to grenades here. So just going to try and smoke towards the site, flash over, get that bomb down, but EG doing a great job at just holding them off right now, making sure they can't even get close.
Plenty of util, though. There's 3 smokes for them to try and get this bomb down. Stewie's going to be lining up the typical. Three flashes, they'll be throwing that over as well. So that's the first. Now, perhaps wanting to bait out a bit of utility with this one, or does he commit? He starts to play up close and personal with it. They will follow up. Let's see how the CTs will be holding this one out. Tarek's just tucked into Goose, and he will have the support of Cerq on that AWP. He's not flashed, and no worries. The second flash arrives, though. That could have been it, but Breezy's still in pit, keeping them safe, and EG are going to make this the 14th. Just Naf's Desert Eagle. You will find one, a bit of a consolation, maybe even a 3rd. No, damn, not far off, though, as Naf, he was just looking like the Terminator for a moment.
Yeah, if he gets that 3rd kill, then he's going to get the plant down, and God knows what happens after that.
There's a weapon, he picks it up.
That was kind of nuts. That 2nd kill especially. Well played to him. This is how it all started, though, with Breezy backing them up from long. And at this point, Tarek, great job there. Strong as you like, making sure he gets all the spray downs required. Nafly, this was remarkable. Great shot, but ultimately doesn't lead to a round victory. Round 30 here. Wasn't looking good for EG, but they got themselves right back in this one as the Krieg shots fired off through the doors there. There's a little bit of damage towards Ethan, but the pace has picked up at this point. We're going up towards shore. No execution required. Just going to be making their way up and trying to bait out the utility of the CTs if possible. Cerq holds towards the A ramp at Tarek. He's transitioning from long towards CT spawn here. Just leaving Breezy toward long.
Breezy has been such a pillar on long. Even if they don't come directly, and actually that Molotov, he's going to separate the T's and not find any damage whatsoever. Completely unscathed, Liquid take long. That's the first we've seen that.
Now, this is what we call a pincer maneuver. You can see Cerq trying to reposition because of that fact. He's lost short control at this point and long, but he's still finding the shots required. How is Cerq keeping them alive in this game? His 30-second frag. It looks like overtime has been confirmed at this stage. There's 1 minute remaining, but it's not going to be a factor here going forward as Stewie. He'll make his way up towards the A side. The boost comes through, and Elige somehow gets a kill there. It looked like this 4-on-2 was going to be enough, but now the bomb is being planted.
2 versus 4, now level. Stewie and Elige, they've done some of the dirty work and now stand with a bit of wet work. Does find the frag, puts it all onto Stewie to close this out, to avoid overtime. He knows one long. One coming from CT, and even predicting the jump. They line up, but Stewie! He's not interested in overtime. They'll do it 1 versus 2. He's got 2K in his name, and it's exactly what he delivers. Exactly what they wanted.
It looked like it was done there, Alex. It was such a done deal. They had a 4-on-2 situation. It was getting scrappy towards the end, but it's Elige and Stewie 2K that somehow pieced it together to avoid overtime there. We hadn't said Stewie's name too much in this game so far, but really, he did deliver there at the final round. Just to
gave
avoid
it his
overtime.
best shot. I mean, you got to even to the last round, he gave it his best shot. 2 from him, 1 from Cerq, but then a 2 versus 5 as Elige and Stewie. They just pieced it together between the two of them. EG, I mean, I think that Dust 2 is somewhat of a consolation to them, because if we had another Inferno, I think that would have really shaken their run in this tournament. You've won the first opening game. It's a best of 3, domestic rival. If it's 2 16-4s, that's really going to throw your spanner in the works.
I love that from Cerq as well. As I mentioned, the fact that they had pressure from short and long, right? They lost Breezy there, 8 anchor. So at this point, Cerq has to reposition. He was flashed off, smoked out of position. He's still got 2 frags.
Yeah, because he's pushing. He's in the middle of nowhere. So am I.
But then somehow, some way, a 4 versus 2. That's the way the game goes down. Either way, that was a great series. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll throw it down to Sue on the show floor. He's got the winners.
Thank you very much, Henry. Congratulations, Elige. What an exciting series that we just watched. And with this victory, you guys are in the semifinals, back in the top 4 finally. Especially considering, post-Major Liquid being a lot shakier than pre-Major Liquid. How significant is it to be back in that top 4 for you and the boys?
It feels really good. We were playing really good in practice right before we came into this. I felt like that we really improved a lot of our things. So coming into this tournament and just playing really well, I think that our level has gotten back to the summer run that we were having. We were having a lot of confidence in each other. All the plays that we're doing, I feel like are going to work. So it feels pretty good.
And it's awesome to see you guys prove that by going up against EG. EG being ranked number 2 right now, very formidable opponent. What were your expectations? Because it's been quite a while since you faced them, the last time being at the Major, where back then they took you guys down on Dust 269.
Yeah, I mean, they're a really good team. They're the number 2 team, like you said. And when we looked at their map pool, they have a very similar map pool to us, almost identical. So we knew as soon as that we were going to get into this, we were going to be playing our top 3 favorite maps. They're going to be playing the top 3 favorite maps. And I think that we were feeling really comfortable with our whole map pool. So no matter what the maps were going to be, we were feeling really comfortable that we were going to be able to take it. And the form that we're showing, I feel like that we can take this whole thing.
Talk to us about that second half on Dust 2, because we started to see EG gain some of that momentum back with several great retakes in a row. So what was the mentality like on your side?
I think that they were kind of controlling the game a little bit better on the second half of the T side. We weren't getting the map control that we wanted in the time that we did, but we were able to win some rounds that we really shouldn't have when we went beyond them. So I think it was kind of a give and take. I think that they were winning a little bit better than we were. I think that we're going to have to look a little bit more at some of the A rounds when we're taking the control, because I think that's where most of our problems were. But I think overall it was a pretty good match. We had some really good plays. They had some really good plays.
It's really great to see this confident form back from you guys. So congratulations once again on making it to the semifinals. When we come back from this break, we have one last best of 3. It's going to be a Scandinavian matchup between Fnatic and Astralis. You don't want to miss it.